everyone, Jamie here. Welcome to yoga and thank you for pressing play. For our practice today, we are focusing on opening up the hips, the hamstrings, and the shoulders. For our practice today, you might want a mat, that's entirely up to you, or even a blanket if your knees do feel sensitive, like lunging to the floor, or even a pair of blocks if you identify with feeling a little less than flexible. Other than that, we are going to go ahead and get started. Take your time, working your way onto sitting on the floor in your most comfortable position. If it feels comfortable for you, you might even close your eyes and place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly as we start off with a breathing practice. Letting your hips ground down, feeling tall at the crown of your head. Inhale into that bottom hand. Feel your waist expand in all directions. As you exhale, let the air exit as your bottom hand feels a flat. As you inhale, again, filling the lungs up with air, expanding into that bottom hand. As you exhale, let it out. Let's do this one more time. On this inhale, I invite you to set your intention for practice. What you'd like for the next half hour here together, or even the rest of your day. Slowly let the air leave your body, ever so slowly. And slowly bring your hands off to the side. I'm going to mirror you, so my right, your left, vice versa. As you inhale, take your left arm off the earth, lean off to the opposite side. As you exhale, keeping your hips grounded and feeling the length on the sides of your body. On this next inhale, come on back to center, and exhale, come on back down. As you inhale, your right arm up. Exhale, off to the side. Feeling length, not so much collapsing, but arm framing your ear. Exhale to center, and let's take it back down. Let's do that again, one more each side. Inhale, your left arm up. As you exhale, leaning off to the side. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, back down. Inhale, your right arm up. Exhale, feeling some length. You might even turn your head upward. That feels okay in your neck. Exhale to center. And come on back down. On this next inhale, let's bring both arms up overhead. As you exhale, turn over your right shoulder. Head over the back side. As you inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, come on back to center. Let's try this to the opposite side. Inhale, both arms up, reaching overhead. As you exhale, off towards your left side, your head might even turn over that shoulder. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, come on back down. Let's do that again. Inhale, find length. Exhale, rotation over your right side. Inhale, arms up, trying to add some movement with each breath. Exhale, back down. Inhale, we find length, arms up. Exhale, up towards your left side. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, off to the sides. Come on and join me next. We're going to work our way into a tabletop position. So this might be a place where it might come in handy if your knees do get sensitive using your blanket. Of course, if you feel a-okay, no props needed then. We'll slowly work our way into a tabletop. I will have my knees on the blanket, hands below shoulders. We are first looking for alignment. So the shoulder directly above the wrist and the hips directly above the knee. As you spread out all 10 fingers, keeping that nice flat back. Now we add some movement per breath. As you inhale, belly down. Chin up, feeling a deep arch of the spine. As you exhale, we'll drop the head, round to the back, even the neck. As we warm up our spine here, it's also important for us to use the breath. Big inhale as we move. As you exhale, drop the head and round. And that allows us to warm up our body, even if we don't add movement, using our breath to bring awareness into our body, muscles, bones, and nervous system. Inhale, heart open, a deep arch. So you might feel a stretch right into the waist, even into the neck. Bottom of the chin. Exhale, drop the head, feeling the opening in the back of your neck, the middle back, the lower back. And we'll slowly work our way into a tabletop flat back position. As you inhale, your left arm, right leg off the earth. And it's okay if you're on a different side than I am or on the same side. We're going to do both sides regardless. As you exhale, bend that back knee and reach. Opposite hand. Maybe you turn your head over, that back shoulder. We'll slowly reverse our way back to tabletop. So again, opposite side, just making sure that we are on the opposite side to feel a counterbalance. Inhale, your right arm, left leg off the earth. As you exhale, bend the back knee. Maybe you go for the grab. And if you are at home and you're not quite close to grabbing your foot, really that's okay. Having intention and really practicing aiming for that direction is a great start to build some mobility into these joints. And we'll slowly reverse our way back to center. Come on into a tabletop position. From here, let's step one foot back at a time. This is your plank. Hands right below shoulders, hips as high as your shoulders. And we'll slowly work our way into a downward facing dog. If you have props, probably don't need them now. So here we are in a downward facing dog. You might bend one knee at a time, feeling the opening into the hamstrings, into the calves. Let your head draw between both shoulders. In downward dog, we want the hips up towards the sky, feeling your quadricep muscles flex so you can feel the knees even lift. The kneecaps lift upward into your upper thigh bone. Your heels do not have to hit the floor. On this next breath, go ahead and bend one knee at a time. Feel the calves open up. Inhale onto both tippy toes. Exhale, bend both knees. We'll slowly walk our feet to our hands on inhale and let our head draw down completely into a forward fold. In forward fold, you might keep your knees bent the whole time. That's okay. Now, in a forward fold, you might feel this behind your knees. I'd really much rather have you feel this into the muscles. So if you need to bend more, bend more. If you don't feel enough, you might straighten your legs. Go ahead and grab the opposite elbow as you sway side to side. On this next breath, we will roll our way up, one joint at a time, coming into a standing mountain pose. Keeping your feet grounded, picking up all 10 toes if that feels okay for you. On this next breath, let's pick up the 10 toes and place just your big toe down to the earth. We are practicing dexterity into our feet like you would your fingertips. On this next breath, go ahead and pick up your big toe and place your small toes down to the earth. And if it feels like you're about to cramp, you don't have to be as drastic in the movement. Just bring some awareness to these toes. Let's try this one more time. Inhale, big toes down, feeling the arches come alive. And let's switch small toes down. And if you say to me, Jamie, I'm doing this, I see and feel no movement, that is okay. All we want is a place to start. Go ahead and place all those toes back down to the earth. On your inhale, bring those arms up overhead. On exhale, swan dive into that forward fold. Let the head hang. On this next breath, inhale, halfway lift. Think torso parallel to the earth. Hands on thighs for support. As you exhale, hands below shoulders, step one foot back at a time. This is your plank position. You can drop those knees down. Let your body melt onto the floor. As you inhale, it's a cobra, so very little pressure onto those hands. Exhale, body down. On this next breath, you might push yourself away from the earth. As you exhale, come on into a downward facing dog. On this next breath, you'll inhale your left leg high to the sky. As you exhale, left foot through, you might bring your right knee down again to a blanket if you need a prop. And we'll slowly bring your arms up overhead into a low lunge, Anjaneyasana, feeling a deep stretch in the hip flexors. Now, as you are here, we're gonna go ahead and slowly bring our hands right below our shoulders, one movement per one breath. Exhale, straighten out that front leg, hamstring opener. Those toes might come back towards your face. As you inhale, back into low lunge again, movement with breath. Exhale, we'll swim those arms down. Exhale, straighten the front. And remember, this is always scalable. So if you are lunging to the point where it's so uncomfortable you don't want to do it, scale it back. Same thing with every other pose we do today. Let's do this again. Inhale, low lunge. So if you are here and you said this is actually really way too painful, you might regress it. And that is okay. We'll slowly go ahead and bring those hands back down. Straighten that front leg. Hello, hamstrings. Let's open up our body today. And we are going to slowly roll our way back. Hands below shoulders. I'm going to step the left leg back into plank position. You might drop those knees down, body to the earth. Inhale, it's a cobra. Exhale, body down. Slowly pushing yourself away from the earth. Notice that the hips and shoulders move as one unit. Exhale into a downward facing dog. On this inhale, your right leg high to the sky. As you exhale, right foot through, left knee down to blanket or the floor. And here it is, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. The other side. So as you feel that hip pocket open on the leg that's trailing, just think about how much can your body really tolerate with a deep breath. Keyword is the deep breath. Slowly bring those hands down, let's straighten that front leg, hamstrings. So again, in this position, like in our forward fold, if it feels like it's right below the knee, give it a little bend. Let's slowly work our way back into that low lunge. Hello, hips. And like I mentioned on that first side, same rules apply. Maybe we scale it back a bit if that feels better for us. I'll take it. And come on back into that hamstring opener, front leg opening, back leg sitting back. Let's do this one more time. Inhale, it is a low lunge. On exhale, swim the arms, straightening that front leg. Okay, from this low lunge, if you want to progress this further, we'll go ahead and take the hands below shoulder, step the left foot back. I'm sorry, your right foot back. So in this position, you are welcome to modify just like we did earlier. You can totally have your knees down, body to the earth. Or if you want to go a little further, let's bring those hands right below shoulders. Elbows pointing backward, chaturanga coming halfway down. Inhale, flip your feet. This is an upward facing dog. Chin up towards the sky. As you exhale, downward facing dog. On this next breath, inhale your left leg up high to the sky. On exhale, left foot through, warrior one. Now in warrior one, we want that front thigh to lunge deeply. I'd say knee above the ankle. We want those hips square to our forward, arms up overhead. Key detail here is in this warrior one, that right foot of yours, that'll actually be down to the floor, heel included, toes off to the corner. In this position, in your warrior one, you might bring those arms back behind your body to any capacity. Maybe it feels good right here. And if it feels possible, maybe your fists come together or your palms come together. As we inhale, heart to open, chin up towards the sky. You might exhale, draw your head down, hands up, humble warrior. Now this will require a little bit of balance in your feet, a lot of opening in the arms. Listen to your body. On this next breath, let's slowly roll our way up. Inhale, arms up, warrior one. On this exhale, bring your hands to heart center, and you'll step that back foot, your right foot, in to meet your front foot. Here we are in tree. Perhaps we go a little further or even higher than that, into that inner thigh. If and when you're ready for a little more, you might bring the arms up overhead. If you're ready for a real challenge, you might even close your eyes. If your eyes are closed, go ahead and open those eyes. Let's bring our hands back to our heart. Go ahead and take your right knee pointing forward And we exhale, push that leg back. Here we go. It is warrior three. So as you are balancing, you might find your core engaging like you did in your plank. Your hands might stay close to your body, or if you're ready for a deeper challenge, maybe behind or even in front, warrior three. On this next breath, let's slowly step that right foot back, arms up, into your high crescent lunge. So not quite our warrior one, our back heel is lifted. We still feel the stretch in that front hip and even the front of our back hip, inner thigh. On this next breath, you'll go ahead and turn your body towards your right side. This is warrior two. Now in warrior two, it's quite a wide stance. You'll get that front foot perpendicular to the back foot, and you'll open your arms long. You might feel your shoulders directly above your hips. So your body may face the screen, but you can turn your head to your forward. On your inhale, take your left arm, reaching forward. As you exhale, let's reverse. Maintaining that deep lunge in warrior two. In the warrior series, we might feel a lot of stability required from our legs. That's another way to strengthen them. In this particular position, you might feel a deep opening from the side of your body, your lower back, into your obliques, to the back of your shoulder. Let's slowly come on into extended side angle. Forearm to front thigh, your right arm overhead, framing your ear, not quite folded and relaxed, but still active. On this next breath, you're welcome to stay right here or take that right arm behind your back for 1/2 of a bind. If it feels okay, you might even take that left hand of yours coming down to the floor if there's space, maybe even underneath. If binding is part of your practice. If it's not, you can totally disregard this and just embrace your warrior two position. Let's slowly reverse our way back from extended side angle. We are back in warrior two. On this next breath, you're gonna step into your left foot. Let's find our half moon. Maybe I'm tipping over slightly. Maybe I'm going all the way towards the floor. Where are we in our practice today? Maybe we use no floor, balance. To take your pick, we'll slowly step on back into warrior two. On your inhale, straighten your front left leg. Exhale, reaching our arms forward. And we'll drop our arms into 6 and 12, what we might see on an analog clock. And you can even turn your head up to your top hand. If that's bothersome to your neck, you might turn your head down. No problem. We'll slowly windmill that right hand down towards the earth and turn your body facing the screen. It's a lateral lunge. So here you are, you might be on your left side and lunging your right thigh along. Notice that for today's practice, let's keep those heels down, and that allows you to get the most out of your calves opening. So here we are in the Skandasana lateral lunge posture. You might have your hands to heart center. It might feel more comfortable resting on that front thigh. On this next breath, let's go ahead and shift towards your right side. Whether it's nice and high or whether you're coming down lower. The sensation that we're hoping to feel is a deep opener into the groin. On this next breath, let's do it again. Perhaps we do the exact same thing. If it feels appropriate, you might even go lower. So wherever you are in your practice, again, we're not looking for the hardest stretch possible, but we are looking for a sensation, and can we use our deep breath throughout the entire posture? When we use our breath, that allows us to really comprehend stress, physical stress, in a way that can be calming and beneficial to our body. Maybe your hands come to heart center. Maybe you reach the arms overhead, strong arms. On this next breath, you might come back to center, to the other side. Now just because you did it on one side, it doesn't mean you'll do the exact same posture on the other. I think by nature, we're slightly asymmetrical, and that's okay. So you can stay, maybe you get deeper, maybe this side you don't balance as well. So take what's available and don't be so hard on yourself. So here we are in this side lunge, opening through the groin, the inner thigh. And we'll slowly, from here, turn your entire body all the way over to the opposite side of your mat. So here we are. You turn your body towards your right side. And from here, go ahead and take your right knee into your right wrist. Pigeon pose. Opening the posterior hip. Now it's pretty common that when we're doing a pigeon posture that we might want to lean off to one side and instead keep your hips accountable, squared to each other. That's going to be a way for us to keep ourselves accountable in terms of alignment. If this is bothersome to your knee, there's no need to go any further. What you might feel here is a great stretch on that outer glute. If you're ready for more, you might scoot your body forward to your forearm, or even forehead to your mat. From this position, you might roll your hands up. With that left trailing leg, you might take it all the way into your body. Hugging your left knee into your chest. We want our sit bones grounded. That means if you feel your hips coming off the earth, go ahead and find a way for you to get your hips down. What you can even do at home is you might take a pillow and place it underneath your sit bones so that your two hips are even, not playing a little tick-tock, all right? So here we go. We hug that left knee into chest. Take your left hand down, place it behind your back. With your right arm, reach upward towards the sky. Remember, we're looking for light. And as you exhale, you might hook that elbow outside of your left thigh, head over your left shoulder. And maybe for some of us, binding is part of the practice. You might take that hand that's on the floor, wrap it around the lower back. If it's available, you might go for a second bind. Now, if it's not happening today, no pressure. Right? This is always your practice. Scale accordingly to your benefit. So from looking over that back shoulder, we'll reverse slowly. I'll turn my head back, release the arms, take that left leg back behind your body. Now from pigeon pose, hands below shoulders. We'll step that right foot back to meet left. So this is, take your own adventure. You might come with your knees down and modify. You might go a little further. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, body down. Inhale, press away. Exhale, downward facing dog. So now we are doing downward facing dog. We're facing a different side of the mat than when we started. That's okay. We'll get back soon enough. On this next breath, inhale your right leg high to the sky. As you exhale, right foot through. This is warrior one, arms up overhead. So here we are in warrior one. That back foot again, heel down to the earth. Arms lifted. On this next breath, let's bring the arms behind the back. How does that feel? You feel that internal rotation of the shoulders. That might feel like enough. If that's the case, no need to go further unless you want to, fist to fist, or palm to palm, heart open on inhale. Exhale, draw the head down. Hands up to the sky. Let the head get heavy so your neck can relax. Keeping your feet grounded and strong. Let's slowly bring the arms up overhead. Inhale. Warrior one. Exhale, hands to heart center. Step your left foot into tree pose. Any kind of tree you like to be. Apple tree, redwood tree, a sequoia tree. So find a place where your foot feels comfortable without losing balance. Maybe the arms grow. The branches extend. Maybe you close your eyes. If your eyes are closed, go ahead and open those eyes. Hand back to heart center. That left knee of yours points forward and kick back. Hello, warrior three. Balancing. It's like planking on one leg. Core is engaged. Hips are even. Hands can be close, a little more intense, or even more than that. You choose. On this next breath, step that left foot back. It is high lunge. Arms are lifting. In high lunge, you might still feel that left hip flexor and quadriceps stretching and lengthening. That's awesome. With your arms lifted, inhale. Exhale, turn your body towards the screen, towards your left. This is warrior two. So we're back here again. Same thing we did on the first side, which is facing a different direction. We're on a different strong leg. Okay, remember, we're looking for perpendicular legs or feet. So the back foot parallel to the back edge of your mat, and your front toes pointing to your forward. Go ahead and turn your head over your right arm as we inhale. We reach, reach, reach. Exhale, thighs stay lunging. We reverse. Keeping our legs strong. We're opening the side of our body. Not quite collapsing, but breathing our ear. On this next breath, come on into extended side angle. Whether you choose to stay here, half a bind towards the floor, or the full bind, we always want to turn our heart upward versus collapsing down. Reversing the way you can. Come on back into your warrior two. Perhaps we're ready to take another balance. We come into half moon. There's always one side we're a little better at this. So no pressure on yourself. Keeping your body facing the side, block or not. Lifting your way back from your half moon into your warrior two. Inhale, straighten that front right leg. And we reach. Exhale, drop the hand down into 6 and 12. Get it? This would be like 12 o'clock. That would be 6 o'clock. We'll go ahead and take that top hand down and turn your body towards the screen. This is going to be your side lunge. Okay, so this is our maybe third or fourth time on this side. What you can do here is maybe you feel warmer, maybe you go lower right away. There's no pressure. If you are comfortable here, then you stay right here. Go ahead to the opposite side. And again, it's trying to open the hips in not just one area. Our hips are so complex. So we want to feel them stretch from the front to the inner, to the outer. Switch to the other side, maybe a bit lower, maybe no hands. It's really customizable to what you want right now. And let's switch to the other side. Okay, party crew, we are now on that front side of our mat where we started. Go ahead and turn your entire body towards that left side, the front side. Hands down below shoulders. Take that left knee into your left wrist. So this is our pigeon pose. You might choose to stay right here again. Trying not to lean off to one side, but to be even, to be square. You can even stay nice and tall. If you feel compelled to do so, you might come into sleeping pigeon, forehead to the mat. Oh, so cozy. So as you're in this stretch, take your time. Does it feel similar to the first time we stretched it on the other side? Is it tighter? Is it maybe easier to get into? We use these sensations to assess how we feel throughout practice. Let's go ahead and slowly work our hands below shoulders. Go ahead and take that right leg behind you. Hug it into your body. It is a seated spinal twist. Again, you might grab those pillows or blocks to sit on if you find yourself coming up off the earth. Go ahead and take your right hand behind your back, your left arm up overhead. Exhale, hook the elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Head over, back shoulder. We are rotating here. Maybe this is a chance for a bind. Maybe another bind. No pressure. If you don't want to bind today, you don't have to bind. Go ahead and unravel your way out. And from here, let's go ahead and take that right leg behind our body. Hands below shoulders. Step that left foot back to meet right. Go ahead and take your desired flow. Maybe knees come down. Maybe we're in a back bend. Work your body back down. Pushing yourself away from the earth. Hips and shoulders always come together. And we exhale into downward facing dog. On this next breath, inhale up onto your toes. Exhale, bend both knees. You can walk or hop your feet through your hands and come onto your back. And from here, you'll keep your head rested. Hug your left knee into chest. And turn it off to the right side. Spinal twist. Your shoulders grounded. Head over your left side. Now what we might feel here is the shoulders staying grounded means that our hips can't go as far, and that is okay. On this next breath, go ahead and work your way back to center. And let's switch. Hug your right knee into chest. Knee off to the opposite side. Head over your right shoulder. Now what is it that we feel here? Maybe some opening through the mid and lower back, maybe even the outer hip. There's no absolutely one right way to do all this. What you might feel to be tight in this posture is where you might hold tightness in general. So we use these postures as tools. We'll slowly roll our way back to center. And release at the leg. Let's do one more posture here. Coming into happy baby. You might grab what's available, whether it's the shin, the ankles, or even the big toes as you pull down here. Knees pushing downward towards the earth inner thigh, inner groin, opening some more. You might even rock side to side like a happy baby would. And we slowly release into Shavasana. That's a deep rest of a pose. And you can stay here as long as you'd like. And you can join me as we wiggle the toes and we wiggle the fingertips. You can bring both arms overhead, stretching like you would when you first awake in the morning. And turn your body off to either side. You can push yourself away from the earth as we come into a seated position facing forward. And you might have your hands to heart center. The light in me honors the light inside each and every one of you. Namaste. And thank you all for joining today.